All right, so this is turn 2 for Far East and France. We're going to start with purchases. So the Indian side of Far East has $20. We're going to spend 19 of it buying 3 artillery, 2 infantry, and then the 15 on the other side, we're going to buy a destroyer and a transport. So movements, no combat. Fuck, I forgot about that. All right, so anyway, all right, combat, non-combats. Our 3 guys in Iraq are going to get onto a destroyer and a transport. Go 1, 2, get dropped off in India. Our 2 fighters, or our fighter and our attack bomber in Transjordan are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 into West India. And then our fighter in Malaya is going to go to India. Our fighter in Burma, also into India. Our 4, I should say, artillery are going to go, actually lies. So 3 artillery are going into Shan State. Railing 2. 1 is going to move just into Burma. Everybody in Shan State is going to go into Burma. Or, everybody in Burma is going to go to Shan State. Excuse me. Then our 2 fighters from Java are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 into Calcutta. Our transport and cruiser are going to pick up, our transport's going to pick up our men, go 1, 2, drop off into Shan State. And our cruiser is going to go 1, 2 into C zone, was it 78, 39, lied, wrong side of the board. C zone 54 is going to pick up 1 man on a destroyer in Queensland and go 1, 2, 3, and also drop off into Shan State. That is going to be it. And then we'll place our 2 men in India, our 3 artillery in India, and then a destroyer and transport in C zone 60. Well, we're also going to, or 62, and then we're also going to move up the 2 men from South Wales into Queensland. No, they'll stay in New South Wales. All right, and that's it. And then recap. So we saved $1 for the Indian side, or $2 actually. Spent 18. Then we get 19, so that leaves us with 21 for India. And I got to roll this stuff too for India real quick as well. And then spent all 15 for the Anzac side of the FEC. So we get another tenner back. And then now the tech roll for Anzac. $5 maybe? $4, of course. So then next time it's a 4 or lower. And then now we get two fighters that were down for Great Britain in season 97 at a 2 or lower. So hopefully we get our 2 airborne back using those tokens. We got 1 back at a lower cost. So Schultz gets an airborne ticket in London. Then France, Destroyer 80, going to join up outside of India. My man in Niger, French Equatorial Africa. 2 guys in Morocco are going to stay. Man in Transjordan is also going to stay. And the fighter in Gibraltar will stay, as well as the 2 men in London. Aren't going anywhere. France has no more dollars. So recap. 62, we have a destroyer and transport. Sydney has 2 men, 2 AA guns. Queensland has 1 man. Borneo has 1 man. C-Zone 37 has a destroyer. Malaya has 3 men. 38 has 1 transport. 37 has a destroyer, 2 cruisers, a battleship, and a transport, as well as a French destroyer. 38 has the transport. I think I already said that. And then Shan State has 9 infantry, 4 artillery, 3 AA guns. Burma has 1 artillery, 2 Chinese guys. And then India has 4 infantry, 4 artillery, 4 fighters. West India has a TAC and a fighter. Eastern Persia, which is incorrect because that guy is now in Persia. Persia has 1 infantry. France has 1 infantry Transjordan, 1 infantry in French Equatorial Africa, 2 infantry in Morocco, 1 fighter in Gibraltar. And that's all she wrote. That's it for FEC and France turn 2.